Hello, my dears. Here I am explaining the last topic in your syllabus. The topic name is insurance claims. So, my dears, as I explained the basic concepts of insurance and important terms which we use in insurance, here I am going directly to the topic. Okay. So, to understand insurance claim, we need to know what is loss of stock policy. Okay. So, what is the meaning of loss of stock policy? So, my dears, we know in every business has to keep a sufficient quantity of stock for meeting the requirements of sales or manufacturing the goods. Okay, every business has to keep a sufficient quantity of stock for what? For meeting the requirements of sales or manufacturing the goods. So the stock kept in the business is subject to risk of loss by fire. Okay, so unfortunately, if any fire accident this happen means we have to lose our stock. Okay, but for protecting itself, for protecting the business itself from such a loss, the business unit has to take a fire insurance policy. The business unit has to take a fire insurance policy for what? For covering the loss of stock from fire accident. So here the fire insurance policy which covers the fire insurance policy which covers loss of stock by fire is known as loss of stock policy. Your loss of stock policy means simple. A fire insurance policy which covers the loss of stock by fire accident is called as loss of stock policy. Okay. So as insurance is a contract indemnity, here the insurer is called as indemnifier and the insured is called as indemnified. Okay. So the indemnifier, the indemnifier undertakes to compensate the business unit for loss of stock by fire accident in consideration of a payment called premium, which is collected from indemnified. Right. Next, how to calculate the amount of claim in the case of loss of stock by fire accident. Okay. So exam point of view, what is important means calculation of the amount of insurance claim in the case of loss of stock by fire accident or stock destroyed in fire accident. So to calculate the insurance claim amount in the case of fire accident, here few steps we have to follow. Okay, so these are the very important steps to find out the insurance claims amount in the case of fire accident, right? So the first point is date of fire accident. Okay, so in the question from the given information we have to identify the date of fire accident, on what date the fire accident is happened. Okay, during the current year, on what date the fire accident is happened. Okay, the date is very important. Next, second point. Okay, in second step we have to calculate the gross profit amount. Okay, current year gross profit amount. So generally gross profit amount we calculate on sales amount. So what is the second step? Calculation of gross profit on sales. Okay, so to calculate this amount we need gross profit ratio. Okay, so by the help of gross profit ratio we calculate the gross profit on sales. Okay, so in the question that ratio, okay, that ratio they may give on sales or on cost. Sometimes they give on sales and sometimes they give on cost. Suppose the gross profit ratio is given on sales. On sales mention means we take directly the rate by 100. Okay, the rate by 100. Suppose the gross profit ratio is given on cost. On cost given means we take rate by 100 plus rate. Okay, so on sales amount, how we take? On sales given means total sales into rate by 100. On cost given means total sales into rate by 100 plus rate. Okay, and nothing is mentioned, only gross profit ratio is given. So only gross profit ratio given means we follow this formula only, I mean rate by 100 only. Okay, so this is the second point. What is the second step? Calculation of gross profit on sales amount. So to calculate gross profit, what we need? Gross profit ratio. But my dears, If in the problem this gross profit ratio is not given, if ratio given means there is no problem. If gross profit ratio is not given means what we do? If gross profit ratio is not given, we have to find out the gross profit ratio. Okay, because to calculate gross profit of current year up to the date of fire accident, we need, okay, we require gross profit ratio. If in the absence of the percentage, if in the absence of the gross profit ratio, okay, we have to prepare the trading account, the trading account of last year trading account we have to prepare. So when we need to prepare last year trading account means when in the problem the gross profit ratio is not given, otherwise this trading account of last year is not required. Okay, so see, the percentage of gross profit on sales earned in the last year is applied to the current year when in the absence of gross profit percentage or ratio. Okay, so this is a important point, right? Next, third step. After calculating the current year gross profit amount, the third step is preparation of memorandum trading accounts. Preparation of memorandum trading account. So why to prepare memorandum trading accounts? So here we need to prepare memorandum trading accounts to find out the estimated value of stock. Okay, so to calculate the insurance claims amount, we are following these steps. Okay, in the third step, what we have to find out? Estimated value of stock. So to calculate estimated value of stock, we need to prepare memorandum trading account. So my dear, here memorandum trading account nothing but current year trading account. So only trading account means that is last year trading account. Memorandum trading account means current year trading account, but current year trading account up to the date of fire accident. Up to the date of fire accident. Okay. So in memorandum trading account, what we take means up to the date of fire, we take purchases, sales, okay, and gross profit along with last year closing stock. That last year closing stock only present year opening stock now. So along with opening stock or last year closing stock, we take current year purchases up to the date of file and current year sales up to the date of file and also current year gross profit up to the date of file, which we have calculated in second point. Okay, so we take all these items in memorandum trading account. By closing the memorandum trading account, we get estimated value of stock. Okay, so this is a third step. Okay, next fourth step, very important step, the fourth step. So in fourth step, what we find out means we find out the actual value of stock. Okay, in fourth step, we find out the actual value of stock destroyed. So how to get actual value of stock destroyed means there one formula is there. Okay, estimated value of stock minus value of salvage stock. So my dear sir, salvage stock means saved stock. Okay, so your estimated value of stock minus value of salvage stock, then we get the actual value of stock destroyed. Okay, what is the fourth step? Calculation of actual value of stock destroyed by deducting the value of salvaged stock from the estimated value of stock. In third step, we calculated an estimated value of stock. So from this, we deduct value of salvaged stock, if any given in the problem. Okay, so generally the value of salvaged stock they give in the problem. Okay, so after deducting this amount, we get the actual value of stock. Suppose salvage stock is not given means the estimated value of stock only we treat as actual value of stock. Okay, so this is the important step. Okay, next step, the last fifth step, average clause. There one clause we have to apply. So when we apply average clause means not always, okay, not all the time we apply average clause when in the question insurance policy amount is given. When in the question insurance policy, so in some problems the question they give insurance policy amount. So when the insurance policy amount is given, that insurance policy amount we compare with actual value of, sorry, we compare with estimated value of stock. Okay, what we compare? We compare the insurance policy amount with estimated value of stock amount. Okay, if the estimated value of stock amount is more than the value of insurance policy, the estimated value of stock is more than value of insurance policy, we have to apply average clause. So here what is average clause means? What is the effect of average clause means? If the value of stock, if the value of stock on the date of fire is more than the amount of policy taken, the full value of stock destroyed does not become payable to the insured, but the insurance company pays the proportion of the loss which the amount of policy taken pays to the value of stock in hand on the date of fire accident. Okay, so this is a meaning. Again, I will explain this point clearly. So don't worry about this, right? So here, remember the formula. The formula is important. What is the formula means? Value of insurance policy. Okay, this amount the problem will give value of insurance policy divided by estimated value of stock. So estimated value of stock means which we calculated in third step into actual value of stock destroyed. Actual value of stock destroyed means which we calculated in fourth step. Okay, so simply remember value of insurance policy divided by third step value into fourth step value. What is the third step value? Estimated value of stock. And what is the fourth step value? Actual value of stock destroyed. So when we apply this average clause means when in the question value of insurance policy is given. Okay, when in the question value of insurance policy is given. Okay, and if the estimated value of stock is more than the insurance policy amount, then only we apply average clause, otherwise not required. Okay, so in the problem insurance policy amount is not given, then the problem completes to fourth point only, fourth step only. In fourth step only the problem will be closed. Okay, no need of fifth step. Okay, now so first I'm going to explain the basic problems. So in the basic problems, see problem number 2 on page number 30. Problem number 2. On 15th December 2017, a fire occurred in the premises of Home Exports. Most of the stocks were destroyed. Cost of stock salvage being 1,40,000. Salvaged stock value is 1,40,000. Okay, here salvage stock means the amount which is saved from fire accident. Okay, from the books of accounts, the following particulars were available. First point, stock at the close of account on 31st March 2017 was valued at 9,40,000. So 31st March 2017, 31st March 2017 is the date of fire accident. Okay, no? Sorry, not the date of fire accident. This is the closing date of last year. Okay, the closing date of last year is 31st March 2017. At the starting only the date of fire accident is given, that is on 15th December 2017. Okay, 9,40,000. So this is a last year closing stock amount. So last year closing stock amount means that we take as current year opening stock. Next, purchase from 1st April 2017 to 15th December 2017. Okay, so current year opening date to the date of fire accident. What is the fire accident date? 15th December 2017. So up to fire accident date, how much purchase we made? 13 lakhs 20,000. Okay, current year purchases. And the sales during the period amounted to 20 lakhs 25,000. So sales amount. Okay, so during this period, the sales amount is 20 lakhs 25,000. On the basis of his accounts for the past 3 years, it appears that average gross profit ratio is 20% on sales. So my dears, his gross profit ratio is given. What is the percentage? 20% on what? On sales. So on sales means direct rate by 100, 20 by 100. Okay, now compute the amount of claim if the stock were insured for 4 lakhs rupees. So here insurance policy amount also given 4 lakhs rupees. Insurance policy given means we have to apply the average clause. Okay, now so we compare this 4 lakhs rupees with estimated value of stock. If the estimated value of stock is more means we have to apply average clause. See, so in the problem gross profit ratio is given, so no need to prepare last year trading account. So directly here I prepared memorandum trading account of current year. Okay, now next I also prepared the statement showing the amount of claim. So to find out the insurance claim, you have to draw this statement. Okay, right. So what is the first step? Date of fire accident. So in this problem, what is the date of fire accident? 15th December 2017. So here I am taking the date of fire accident, memorandum trading account up to 15th December 2017. Okay, right. Next, second step. What is the second step? Calculation of gross profit on sales. Calculation of gross profit on sales by the help of gross profit ratio. So my dears, in this problem, what is the gross profit ratio? 20% on what? On sales. Okay, so this gross profit ratio, we calculate the current year gross profit amount. So how to get current year gross profit amount? See, gross profit for the current year up to the date of 5 is equal to current year sales into rate by 100. Why rate by 100? On sales mention now. The question on sales mention means we take rate by 100. So current year sales. So current year sales given in the problem. See, the sales during the period amounted to 20 lakhs 25,000. So 20 lakhs 25,000 into rate by 100 means 20 by 100. So what is the current year gross profit means? Yes, 4 lakhs 5,000. The current year gross profit is 4 lakhs 5,000. Okay. Next, second step completed now. Now third step. In third step, preparation of memorandum trading account for the current year up to the date of fire accident. Okay. So here I already prepared memorandum trading account up to fire accident date, that is December 15, 2017. So first we take, what are the items we take in trading account? I hope you all of you know. Okay. So first we take opening stock, debit side. So my dears, here opening stock means last year closing stock only we take as current year opening stock. See, first point, last year closing stock amount is given 9,40,000. That amount I am taking as opening stock, the current year. Next, we take purchases. So in the problem, purchase how much given? 1st April 2017 to fire accident date 13 lakhs 20,000. 13 lakhs 20,000. Next, we take gross profit. In second step, we calculated a gross profit. What is the gross profit amount? 4 lakhs 5,000. Next, credit side. Credit side we take net sales amount. So in the question, sales amount is given 20 lakhs 25,000. Okay. So these are the items which we take in memorandum trading account generally. Right. Now we close this account. By closing this account, what we get? We get the estimated value of stock. Third step. Okay, by preparing the memorandum trading account, we get estimated value of stock. See, close the account. Here debit side is more. The total is 26 lakhs 65,000. 26 lakhs 65,000 minus 20 lakhs 25,000. So the balance I am getting 6 lakhs 40,000. So this is the estimated value of stock, or we can call as closing stock. Okay, so third step also completed. Now fourth step. In fourth step, what we do? We calculate the actual amount of stock destroyed, the actual value of stock destroyed. To calculate actual value of stock destroyed, what is the formula? Yes, estimated value of stock minus value of salvage stock. Okay, so here I am calculating the actual value of stock. Okay, see, first I am taking the amount you got in third step, trading account, memorandum trading account. Estimated value of stock. Estimated value of stock is 6 lakhs 40,000. Okay. From this, less the value of salvage stock. Salvage stock. In the question, salvage stock amount is given that is 1,40,000. So minus 1,40,000. Okay, then we get the actual value of stock. So what is the balance? 5 lakhs. So therefore the actual value of stock destroyed is 5 lakhs rupees. Okay, so my dears, suppose in the problem insurance policy amount, this insurance policy amount is not given, means the problem is completed. So this 5 lakhs only we take as insurance claim amount. But in the problem this insurance amount is given, a insurance policy amount 4 lakhs rupees. So if insurance policy amount given means we apply average clause, because we are comparing to insurance claim. The estimated value of stock, estimated value of stock is more. If estimated stock value of stock is more, we apply average clause. Okay, so continuation. See, here I wrote clearly, as the value of stock estimated is more than insured value, the amount of claim would be subject to average clause. We apply the average clause. So my dears, what is the average clause principle? Yes, the value of insurance policy, the value of insurance policy divided by estimated value of stock into actual value of stock destroyed. Okay, so already these two amounts we calculated, and this amount is given in the problem. Just you have to remember this formula. It's very simple, right? See, the amount of claim is equal to value of insurance policy. What is the value of insurance policy? 4 lakhs rupees divided by estimated value of stock. Estimated value of stock means which we got in memorandum trading account, 6 lakhs 40,000. 6 lakhs 40,000 into actual value of stock destroyed. Actual value of stock destroyed means which we got in 4 steps, that is 5 lakhs rupees. Okay, so into 5 lakhs. So therefore the insurance claim amount is 3 lakhs 12,500 rupees. This is the answer. Okay, now see one more problem. Your textbook, problem number 3. A fire occurred in the premises of a merchant on 18th September 2017 and a considerable part of the stock was destroyed. The value of the stock saved was 8,200 rupees. This is the value of salvaged stock, 8,200. And what is the fire accident date? 18th September 2017. The books disclosed that on 1st April 2017, the stock was valued at 66,850 rupees. This is a opening stock, right? The purchase to the date of fire amounted to 1,85,000. This is the current year purchase amount up to the fire accident. Okay? And the sales to 2,82,500 up to the date of fire accident. So these two amounts you have to adjust. First, what is given? Goods costing 500 rupees were taken for personal use. So this personal use is drawings amount. So we have to deduct 500 rupees from purchase. Next, goods sold for 2,500 rupees were returned to the merchant. Return means that is sales return. So we have to deduct from sales amount. On investigation, it is found that during the past 5 years, the average gross profit on the cost was 25%. So gross profit on cost, my dears, okay, on cost was 25%. On cost means what I said, rate by 100 plus rate. In previous problem on sales given, so we have taken direct rate by 100, but in this problem we are giving on cost, so we have to take 25 divided by 125. So you are required to prepare a statement showing the amount the merchant should claim from the insurance company in respect of stock destroyed by fire. Okay, it's also easy problem. So first, the first step, we identify the date of fire accident. So what is the date of fire accident? Yes, 18th September 2017. Okay, next, second point. The second step is calculation of gross profit for the current year. So here I am calculating the gross profit amount. So already in the problem the ratio is given, so no need to prepare the last year trading account. Okay, so directly here I prepared current year memorandum trading account, then statement showing the amount of claim. Okay, trading account is not required. So gross profit, current year gross profit formula, total current year sales divided by, total current year sales into rate by 100 plus rate. So what is the total current year sales? In the question, current year sales amount is given 2,82,500. But my dears, here sales returns given now. So the sales returns amount we have to deduct 282,500 minus 2,500. The net sales amount only we take. So the net sales amount is 2,80,000 and the rate is 25 percentage. But on cost given, so I am taking divided by 125. Okay, this is important point. Now, what is the gross profit amount for the current year is 56,000 up to the date of fire accident. Okay. Next, third step, preparation of memorandum trading accounts up to the date of fire accident. So first we take opening stock. The problem opening stock is given 66,850 rupees. Next we take the net purchase. So in the problem, purchase amount is given 1,85,000. One adjustment is there, drawings minus drawings. The drawings amount is given 500 rupees. Okay, so the net purchase amount is 1,84,500. Okay, next we take gross profit. In second step, we calculated the gross profit amount, that is 56,000. Here I am taking 56,000. Next, credit side, take net sales amount. Here net sales amount means the total sales 2,82,500 and minus sales returns is 2,500. So in outer column, the net sales amount 2,80,000. Right? Now close the memorandum trading account. The debit side total I am getting 3,07,350 rupees minus 2,80,000. So the balance 27,350, the estimated value of stock. Okay, now the closing stock only we call as estimated value of stock. Okay, next statement showing the amount of claim. What is the next step? Calculation of actual value of stock. So we take estimated value of stock 27,350 rupees. Okay, next from this less value of salvage stock. See, what is the salvage stock value? 8,200 rupees minus. So the balance is 19,150 rupees. So my dear, this is a actual value of stock destroyed. Suppose in the problem, insurance claim amount is not given. Insurance claim amount is not given means this is a amount, insurance claim amount. The amount of insurance claim is 19,150. But in the question, if insurance policy amount is given, means we have to apply average clause. In last problem we apply no average clause, so that average clause we have to apply. But in this problem, insurance policy amount is not given, so the additional fifth step is not required. So what is the answer? Therefore, the amount of insurance claim is 19,150 rupees. Okay. Now see one more basic problem on page number 31, problem number 9. A fire occurred in the premises of Kailash and Company on 30th September 2017. From the following particulars relating to the period from 1st April 2017 to 30th September 2017, you are required to ascertain the amount of claim to be filed with the insurance company for the loss of stock. The company has taken an insurance policy for 75,000. My dear, here insurance policy amount is given 75,000. Okay, so if estimated value of stock is more than this, we have to apply average clause, which is subject to average clause, right? The value of goods salvaged was estimated at 27,000. So salvaged stock value is 27,000. The average rate of gross profit was 20%. My dears, in this problem also gross profit ratio is given. So no need to prepare last year trading account, right? So in particulars, opening stock 1,20,000, purchase made during the current year 2,40,000, wages paid. So your wages is direct expense. So we take in trading accounts. I mean in memorandum trading accounts. In bracket they mentioned including wages for the installation of machine 5,000 rupees. So my dears, in trading account we take only direct expense. We not take current assets now, capital expenditure now. So we have to deduct this 5,000 rupees from total wages amount, total amount. Okay. Next to sales, 3,10,000. Goods taken by the proprietor. Goods taken by the proprietor means drawings. Okay, so this drawings amount we have to adjust to the purchase. From purchase we have to minus. Next, cost of goods sent to the consignee on 20th September 2017 lying unsold with them. So here the stock on consignment that we treat as consignment stock we take in trading accounts credit side because it is lying unsold with them. Unsold stock means closing stock only now. So we take in trading accounts credit side 18,000. The last point, free samples distributed. So free samples distributed 2,500 rupees. So my dear, this free samples amount we have to deduct from purchase amount. Okay, what is the treatment for free samples? Deduct from purchase amount. So this is a problem, also simple problem. So first, the first step, identifying the date of fire accident. So what is the fire accident date? 30th September 2017. Okay. So here I prepared memorandum trading accounts up to the date of fire accident, that is 30th September 2017. Okay. Next, second step. What is the second step? Calculation of gross profit for the current year. So here to calculate gross profit we take sales, current year sales. What is the current year sales? Yes, 3 lakhs 10,000. So on 3 lakhs 10,000, what is the percentage? See, 20 percentage. My dears, here 20 percentage given, but on cost or sales is not mentioned. So as I said, on cost or sales is not mentioned. Okay, we treat as on sales only. On sales means what's the formula? Direct rate by 100. So 20 by 100, that is 62,000. So what is the gross profit amount? 62,000. Now third step, calculation of estimated value of stock. To get the estimated value of stock, we have to close memorandum trading account. So first we'll take opening stock. So in the problem, opening stock is 1,20,000. Next, purchase. Their purchase is given 2,40,000, and total two adjustments are there. One is free sample. Free sample distribute amount we deduct from purchase because the purchase value will decrease now when we give as free sample. Okay, the purchase value will decrease, so we have to deduct. That is the reason that free samples we may call as advertisement. We treat as advertisement. So 2,500 minus, and also minus drawings. Problem, drawings amount is given of goods taken by the proprietor, that is drawings only. So the amount is, but here in bracket they mentioned sale value. Okay, 25,000 goods taken by the proprietor, but in bracket sale value is mentioned, but we take only cost value amount. Okay, so how to get cost value means, see in 25,000 by deducting the profit amount we get cost. Okay, how to get cost value? Selling price minus profit. Okay, so from this we have to deduct the profit amount, then we get cost amount. So what is the profit amount means? What is the profit percentage? 20 percentage now. So in 25,000, 20 percentage, 20 percentage means 5,000. Okay, so in 25,000, 5,000 is profit, and what is the cost value? 20,000. So that amount only we take. Okay, now, right. So in outer column, the net purchase amount is 2,17,500. Suppose in bracket sales value is not mentioned, means we take the amount as it is. Okay, sales value mentioned, so that's why we did this. Next, after this we take wages. So in the problem, wages is given 75,000, but in 75,000, 5,000 rupees for machinery. So we deduct machinery value, machinery amount 5,000. So in outer column, the actual wages amount is 70,000. Okay, at last we take gross profit. In second step, we calculated now gross profit 62,000. Debit side over. Now credit side. First item sales. So what is the sales amount? 3 lakhs 10,000. Sales amount 3 lakhs 10,000. Next, the problem consignment stock is given. Unsold stock. Okay, 18,000 rupees. So that amount I am taking here. Credit side. The stock which is unsold on consignment is called consignment stock. Taken trading account credit side. That is 18,000 rupees. And the remaining balance only closing stock. So your debit side total is 4,69,500 minus credit side total. So what is the balance? 1,41,500. So my dears, here consignment stock also unsold stock, but why we are not adding to this amount means the stock is at consignee. Okay, that stock is at consignee. So that's why we ignore this. We take only the remaining stock as closing stock. So this closing stock we take in the statement as first item. See the statement of insurance claim. Estimated value, estimated value of stock 1,41,500. Okay, and minus value of salvaged stock. So in the problem, value of salvage stock is given 27,000. Okay, this amount. Then we get the actual amount or the actual value of stock destroyed is 1,14,500. But my dears, in the problem also given insurance claim amount. What is the insurance claim amount given? See, total 75,000 given. So we compare this 75,000 with estimated value of stock amount. Here estimated stock value is more now. So estimated value of stock is more means we apply average clause. So here average clause will be applied. So the amount of claim is equal to, what is the principle for average clause? Yes, value of insurance policy divided by estimated value of stock into actual value of stock destroyed. Okay, now apply the amounts. Value of insurance policy which is given in the question is 75,000 divided by estimated value of stock. Estimated value of stock in this problem 1,41,500 into actual value of stock destroyed. What is the actual value of stock destroyed? In fourth step we calculated now 1,14,500. And simplify this, we'll get the answer. Okay, so the balance is 60,689. So this is a amount of claim. So with this I completed the basic problems. In next episode I will explain the main problems. Okay, thank you.